Choosing to get divorced can feel like the wrong decision a lot on the roller coaster of the divorce process. But hopefully, if you dream, meet new people, and take steps to put yourself back in control of your life, the insecurities in your decision and your confidence moving forward, your ability to create the most magnificent life that you can for yourself will come true. Post-divorce is not destitute. You are going to be great. Welcome to Gavels Down, Voices Up, where we flip the script on conventional legal discussions. I'm Rachel King, here to guide you through the murky waters of family law, estate conflicts, inheritance disputes, all of the dramas. We're not just talking about law, we're talking about how it affects your life, your rights, your future, and your money. From the courtroom to your living room, we bring you insights that matter. Dive into each episode ready to challenge, learn, and grow. Ready to change the dialogue? Let's begin. Gavels down, voices up. Divorce can feel like the end. Well, and I would say in most cases it is the end, and that's why you have to grieve the process. But it can also be a beginning. It can be a fresh start. That's what we're going to talk about today, how you can rebuild after divorce. But I want to take a step back before we talk about rebuilding and talk about one of the very first things that needs to be done in order for rebuilding to happen successfully. And it can seem counterintuitive. Before I tell you this, though, I'm going to tell you that I got a lot of information on what to do if you're getting divorced in my book, Getting Divorced Now What, which is available and you can go purchase at gettingdivorcednowwhat.com. You can also send me an email there if you want an autographed copy, and I'll hook you up. We'll make arrangements so that you can get my fantastic signature. Probably not worth a whole lot, but I love having autographed books, even if they're books that don't mean a whole lot to anybody else but me. Getting Divorced Now What has a lot of things that I've learned over the years in my 10 years of litigation experience in family law, but I'm going to talk a little bit about some of it now. So when you're getting divorced, you have to grieve the loss of your spouse. And hands down, this is the most misunderstood and often fought issue when I talk to clients. And I think the reason I've talked to a lot of therapists about this, I've talked to a lot of clients about it, is because you're over your spouse, right? You're done with the marriage. You don't like them anymore. In most cases, you can't stand to look at them, talk to them, or anything. You just want them to be gone. If there was a way to erase them from your life, in most cases, you would. So why do you have to grieve the loss of something that you don't like? The reason is, one, because you're also grieving the loss of a dream. I have met many people who knew that they were going to get divorced on the day that they got married, but I've never met one person who got married for the sole purpose of divorce. You didn't expect it, and yet here you are. Your dream, your fantasy, the idea that you're going to live happily ever after and create this life and this journey is gone, and you have to mourn the loss of your dream. Second, this spouse played a very vital role in your life, whether they were fantastic or the worst abuser in the world. In any event, they played a significant role in your life, got you to where you are now. Maybe there's children, maybe there's not, but it changed you. And you have to grieve the loss of them. Once you do this and you go through the grief process, which I recommend doing with some kind of therapist or professional, I'm an attorney, but I'm not a grief counselor. You can start on your way to moving on through the divorce and rebuilding post-divorce. The best part about rebuilding post-divorce is allowing yourself to redream, to recreate a new life that you never pictured. And it's really scary to take that leap. It can be terrifying to think, what if I made the wrong decision and my life is going to suck post-divorce? Yeah, that's a reasonable fear. But let's flip it on its head and say, what are the possibilities of everything that could be? Maybe you don't have friends and you intentionally or accidentally found yourself isolated in your marriage. Now you have an opportunity to go meet new people. Could that be scary? Sure. Maybe you get to travel and you couldn't afford to travel, or your spouse didn't like to travel. Now you're free and you can. So what is your post-divorce life going to look like? Who cares if it's going to play out that way? Let yourself dream. Because dreaming about the next phase of your life, all of the fantastic things that are going to happen, that can help you rebuild after divorce. It's kind of like, the rebound. Just a moment for a quick break. Are you struggling with the legal and emotional tolls of divorce? Let me, Rachel King, help guide you. Head over to gettingdivorcednowwhat.com/free chapter for your copy of the first chapter of my new book, Getting Divorced Now What. Learn tips to navigate your divorce in the most successful way possible. The full book is coming out January 15th, and you can pre-order yours now. Now let's get back to the show. When I was younger, and I break up with somebody, I was totally the rebound person. If I rebounded, then man, I got over whoever I was just with. I'm not suggesting you go out and do the hookup post-divorce, but what I am suggesting is that you let your new dreams rebound the loss of your previous dream. Have fun with it. Some of the ways that you can also help rebuild post-divorce, I've had clients tell me that they met new people, even through their divorce grief group. They found the most important part of their success post-divorce or through the divorce process to be reconnecting with humans in person, whether that was through a church group or a local hiking group or a mom's group or a girls group or a dad's group or whatever it is, meeting face to face. I'll also say that hands down, every single one of them said it was super awkward at first, but they did it because they had nothing else to do. They were home alone without their kids. They'd never been without their kids before. And now they found themselves so sad that they thought, well, I might as well just get out of my house. And they did. And they met people. What can you do to meet people and find new friends that can support this new journey and this new dream of you? Another thing that was substantially confirmed by my clients and pretty much everybody I knew or I've worked with that has handled or been involved in a divorce, whether I represented them or not, is becoming financially independent or making their way toward financial independence. If you are a stay-at-home spouse, it can be as simple as going and getting a very, very part-time minimum wage job just to earn in some extra income. It can be going back to school to start the career maybe that you know you want or you don't know that you want. But every client that went out and learned how to earn an income, no matter how small or how large it ended up, felt more in control and more satisfied with their divorce process. And ultimately, a year down the line, felt really comfortable with their decision and like they made the right decision. Choosing to get divorced can feel like the wrong decision a lot on the roller coaster of the divorce process. But hopefully, if you dream, meet new people, and take steps to put yourself back in control of your life, the insecurities in your decision and your confidence moving forward, your ability to create the most magnificent life that you can for yourself will come true. Post-divorce is not destitute. You are going to be great. And if you read my book, Getting Divorced Now What, I'll give you so many tips and insights to help you navigate your divorce. Gettingdivorcednowwhat.com. And the next one is going to be Got Divorced. Yeah. And we're going to talk about all of the things that you do post-divorce. So let's get a head start, Getting Divorced Now What, and start to dream your new dream. That wraps up another episode of Gavels Down, Voices Up. If you found value in our discussion today, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with someone who needs these insights. Your engagement helps us grow and impact more lives. I'm Rachel King, thanking you for listening and reminding you to speak up because every voice deserves to be heard.